Now we're going to start recording supplier invoices. We're done with opening balance. Now under supplier invoice, we're going to check for all non-stock invoices before we start recording and all stock invoices. Now, first one, we have universal storage systems. What are we buying? We're buying for steel racks, which is office equipment plus courier fee. Now, this is a non-stock invoice number one. So we're going to continue checking if we do have any other non-stock invoice. Number two, we have Genic from supplier Genic. Now we are buying paint roller, polycell, crack filler, and drop sheets. These are our stock. So this is a stock invoice. Remember, we're dealing with paints. Now, number three, we have Dinga labels. We're buying 5 boxes of printable white labels. This is a non-stock invoice, number two. And then we also have Build It. From Build It, we were buying one heavy duty extension and catcher K for pressure. This is the ladder and pressure washer were bought to be used in paint shop. So these are not stocks. This is not our stock, so this is a non-stock number three. So to record this, let's start with non-stock invoices. To record non-stock invoice, you go under process, journals, and then we use supplier journal. Now, before you start with any journal, you have to do settings. You go under settings, make sure that under contract account you have 4 zeros / 3 zeros. If you have opening balance, you just simply type 4 zeros, you press enter. Now we are starting with universal storage. So the date is on the 1st of March 2024. This is current year. So under settings, we're going to tick current year. References, we will be using invoice numbers, so you're not supposed to increment them. Now under text processing, it has to be ticked. Text type, it's standard rate. Now all our invoices are inclusive amounts, So under entry method, you select inclusive. That's it. Under settings, you click close. Now universal storage system, the date is the 1st, so it's 01 period number 1. Under date, it's 01. Now under GCS, remember under entry types, we set under entry types, we said that any account, so that's why we have all three: general ledger account, customers, and suppliers. In this case, we're going to select supplier because we're doing supplier invoices. Account, you select universal storage systems. Under reference, we use the invoice number, which is USS 11. USS 11. Under description, what are we buying? 4 steel racks. Remember, under description, you also need to specify the quantity. Now, since this is an office equipment, it's also mentioned inside brackets, it's office equipment. So under text type, we're going to use 05 capital goods for all our assets. Now under inclusive amount, it's 24,936. And then under contra account, you're going to search. And then we're looking for office equipment. We know the name, so we select description, type office. Then office equipment at cost, you select it. We are done with line number 1. We go to line number 2. Same period, same date, same GCS, same supplier, same reference. Under description, we are having courier fee. Courier fee under text is 01. Under inclusive is 252. And then under contra account, remember there was an account that you were supposed to rename, account 3400. We know the account, it's courier fee, courier, and postage. Courier and postage. So we are done with the first invoice. Now we move to the second non-stock invoice. We said the second non-stock invoice, it's from Dinga labels. We said it's from Dinga labels, 5-box printable white labels. So still on the same journal. Remember, all non-stock invoices, they are recorded in the same journal. Do not change the journal. So period, it's still period 1. Now, Dinga under date, it's the 15th. Under GCS, we're dealing with suppliers. It's S. Under account, we select, Dinga labels is a new supplier. So under supplier accounts, we click F6 add. F6 add. Now at the bottom, we have a note, paid board labels that they want to use for pricing of inventory items from a new supplier, Dinga labels. The supplier code is DIN01. The post box address is private bag, is London 5201. The contact person is C. Morris. The credit limit is 10,000. Now when creating a new supplier, we said it's DIN, the code DIN01, description, Dinga's label, postal address, it's given, it's private bag, X9014 in East London, 5201. Now physical address, no need to copy and paste. Physical address, it's given. Our address, it's 16 Bowles Road. You can see it from Genic, same address. So this is our address, and then this is the supplier's address. So under address, we're going to have 15A Ravenswood Avenue, Nahun Valley, East London, 5241. That is their physical address. Contact person, it's C. Morris. C. Morris. Telephone number, it's not mentioned. We only have cell number, website, and email address. So we're going to insert our mobile number, which is 060 887 3564. Email address, dinga@dingalabels.co.za. Now after that, we go under processing. Under processing, we have the tax reference. This is the tax reference, VAT registration number. Our tax reference, firstly you have to select default tax type. Tax code is standard rate. and then tax reference 3448147. And then we were given terms, early terms. We were also given early payment terms. So our early terms, you click under early terms, search, and then you select, oh, we don't have 2.5% within 60 days, then we click modify. We record it as term number 3, 2.5 within 60 days. Click OK, select the term, enter, then credit limit is given. Credit limit is given as 10,000. Credit limit is given as 10,000. And then we are done creating our supplier. Then we go to save. Close edit supplier accounts. Select Dinga. And then reference for Dinga. Document number it's DIN02. Dinga, what are we buying? 5 boxes. Printable. White labels. Under tax it's 01. Total is 399.95. Each is 79 rand 99 cents. Now under its printable paper, under contra account, we're going to use printing and stationery. You select printing and stationery. That was the only transaction for Dinga. Then we go to the third non-stock invoice. The third non-stock invoice. Non-stock invoice, we have build it. Under date it's 01. Under period it's 01. Under date is the 20th. Under GCS it's S for suppliers. Under account, we're looking for build it Buffalo number 1. Now build it. Their invoice number is BUI 12. It will go as reference. Under description we have 1 heavy duty, 1 heavy duty extension, 12-meter ladder, now ladder it's furniture. So under tax it's assets, it's 05. Total amount 8,514. Under contra account, we are going to search for furniture and fittings at cost. We are done with that transaction. Second item purchased is 1 catcher K for pressure. Same date, 20th. Same supplier, build it. Same reference. And then under description, it's 1 K4 pressure washer. Pressure washer is also furniture, so it takes it 05. Total it's 4,899. And then under contra account, search for furniture and fittings at cost. that is how that is how we're supposed to do all three non-stock invoices. Total for this is 18 marks. Just for processing all this under supply journal, we're getting 1 mark. And then for using period number 1 with correct dates, you were getting 1 mark. 1 mark for reference for universal. Both transactions you get 1 mark. 1 mark for DINGA DIN02. 1 mark for build it reference BUI12. Both transactions. First one and second one, 1 mark. And then another mark, you were getting 1 mark for capital goods, 1 mark for 2 standard rates for courier and printable, 1 mark for 2 capital goods from build it, and then you were also getting 1 mark per amount, 24,000, 1 mark, 1 mark for 252, 1 mark for 399, 1 mark for 8,500, 1 mark for 4,899. The last 5 marks, it's for contra account, 1 mark for each contra account. Once you are done, you click print, you print the journal with contrast. You print the journal with contrast, and then you are done. Now we move back to Genic, a stock invoice. Now under Genic, to process this invoice, date is on the 5th. We're going to open process suppliers. Process suppliers, make sure that your document type is supply invoice. Inclusive, it has to be unmarked. We are only dealing with exclusive when we do supply invoices. Invoice number, it has to be S001, and then supplier, we're going to select Genic products. Now under period is period number 1. Under date, it's on the 5th, 05. Invoice number, date is the 5. Invoice number is GER016. Invoice number GER016. Discount, it's 5% trade discount, 2.5% discount within 30 days. So under discount, it's 5%. Under terms, it's 2.5 within 30 days, which is term number 1. Payment due from the last day of the period. Now, first stock purchased, we have 20 paint roller refills. We have 20 paint roller refill. Now we have note 2. We need to check what is it for. Note 2, paint decided to also stock paint roller refill mohair 225 mm. Capture the new inventory item, code, apply the code structure as for all the products bought from Genic and already get set up. Discount type is both, the unit is 225M, key in the cost and selling price. Now you move back to your stock. Under stock, the last item that we have from Genic, it's GE07, which means the next item it has to be GE08. Now for selling price, we add a profit markup of 30%. Now to do that, our price for paint roller, it's 30 Rand. Let me increase the font. It's 30 Rand, 10 cents times 130%. You still remember our formula? It's cost price plus profit is equals to selling price, whereas cost price is 100%, profit is 30%, which equals to selling price will be 130%. So now what are we looking for? We're looking for selling price, so meaning we're going to multiply by 130. What's given? We have cost price of 30 rand 10 cents, which is 100%. That's why we're going to use percentage, or you can divide by 100. Either way you prefer to do the calculation. Now when doing this calculation, you're supposed to get now let's do the calculation. F9 30 rand 10 cents times 130%. So the selling price, it has to be 39 rand 13 cents. So under add, code we have GE08, description paint roller, under inventory group, it's inventory goods, discount type is both, under unit it's 225M, antique sales commission item, allowed tax 15%, cost price we bought it for 30 rand 10 cents, and then selling price it will be 39 rand 13 cents. 39 rand 13 cents. Then you click save. Close edit inventory, select paint roller. Under quantity we have 20, and then exclusive price we are still buying, it's 30 rand 10 cents, total 602. Second item purchased, we have second item purchased, we have polycell crack filler, quantity we have 20 also, price 32 rand 30 cents. Item number 3, we have drop sheets, each at 23 rand 35. Quantity we have 50, total 1,167 rand 50 cents, and then total is 2,638 rand 95 cents. Once you're done with that, you click print document, and then you click OK. Let's hope this time around send to OneNote might open. This is how your invoice was supposed to be like. You were getting 1 mark for date, second mark for selecting the correct code GER01, 1 mark for reference. You were getting 1 mark per transaction, and then also 1 mark for discount, 1 mark for any payment terms. Total was 8 marks. Total 8 marks. And then we are done with purchases from suppliers. Next we have returns. Next we have returns to suppliers. Returns to suppliers. The first supplier to return to, it's Genic Products. We returned 1 polycell crack filler bag broken. This is the reason why we were returning. Second one, it's to Universal Storage System. This is a non-stock return. So let's start with Genic. Then you're going to change your document type to debit note. The number has to be DN001. Supplier, it's Genic Products. And then period is period 1. And the date, the return is on the 7th. Now the original invoice number, it's GER016, or you can also use SI001. Either one of the two is correct. Now the discount given to us, it was 5%. Payment due, it has to be the same day. Item returned, it's polycell. Item returned, it's polycell crack filler. Polycell crack filler. Quantity is 1. And then we bought the item originally for 32 and 30 cents. So no need to change the price. And then we go to line number 2. Line number 2, we're going to have 7 remark. Why are we returning the item? Because the bag broken. Bag broken. Those of you prefer message box, you go to message box. Code is GE06. Do not just type the message without the code. The message without code is wrong. So GE06, you can see it here. No need to page your question paper. GE06, and then resin bag broken. That's it. That's how you do your debit note. Then you print document. We send it to OneNote. This is how your document was supposed to be like. You get 1 mark for having the name debit note, correct document with correct name. 1 mark for date. 1 mark for having GER01. 1 mark for having GER016 or SI001. 1 mark for total of the 230 cents. 1 mark for bag broken. This mark, it's either you're going to get it under remark or you're going to get it under message box. And then last mark, it's for discount. Total, it's 7 marks. Total, it's 7 marks. That's it with suppliers. We are done suppliers.